Black people are the most racist people you'll ever meet in all your day. If you know a black person, he or she is a hardcore racist. Not just a little racist, not just a semi-part-time racist when they're away from the church, but if you know a black person, they are racist. They have hatred for God, hatred for the fidelity of his word. If you know a black person, they are racist. Nearly 96% of all black people voted for Barack Hussein Obama, not because of his character, because of his race. And they knew he was a baby killer. But Nate, he's black, and all of us black racists have got to stick together, is what they tell me. Shout out to the founding fathers who actually built this country. Shout out to the founding fathers who actually built this country. I know they want to talk about this country was built off of immigration and all of that. None of that's true. Like, the white man is the one who put together the law of the land and actually built this country and made it what it is, the greatest country on this side of heaven. It wasn't, this country was built off of immigrants. That's a lie that the radical blacks like to say all the time. Black people walk around with a chip on their shoulder like the world owed them something. They want some reparations or something like that. Most black people in this country was never slaves. We're not taught the full context of black history or American history. It's all washed down in the white liberal favor to teach it. The black man is just like the woman. They need you to be extra nice to them. Even when they're wrong, you got to tell them they're right, just like a woman. Oh, poor black man, you don't know better. I know you need help. You need affirmative action. You need this, you need that. You can't handle problems on your own. You need the white liberals to come fix your problem. Begging white people for help all the time, crying to white people. Then white people can't even speak the truth because, like I said, the black man react just like a woman. That's the hardest thing anybody could do, is tell a black man the truth. Black people worry about what white people should be doing for them instead of what black people need to be doing for themselves. Black people worried about what white people should be doing for them instead of worrying about what black people need to be doing for themselves. Black people won't stop until they get all the land in the country. The white man got to give up all his land for black people to be happy. And then they still won't be happy because they still want the white man in chains. It ain't no winning. The black man knew Jesus is George Floyd. So what do you expect? He's the new symbolization, a religious symbol for black people. He's black culture. George Floyd, an unemployed drug addict. That's who black people worship. Blacks see white people as superior. I never heard a white person call themselves a superior or a supremacist. I hear black people calling white people supremacists all the time. Black people always pull on a race card. They talk about the white privilege, but it's a race card too that black people love to pull. I don't validate white people the same way other black people validate them. I don't believe that a white person is superior to me. And a white person, you are racist if you believe that you are privileged just because you're white. If you believe that a black person is less equal or less privileged than you, by definition, white boy, you are a racist. Any white person who believes they have white privilege is a racist. The white liberals are the biggest racists in the country. They believe they have white privilege. I never heard the white conservative man talk about they're superior and they have privilege over black people. I do hear white liberals saying that kind of crap. The black man can't handle the truth. The black man is the most angry, violent person in the country. The black man want to pick up a gun, want to fight me because they can't even handle this conversation. Am I lying? Black people know it. We know the black man is angry and violent. Black people can be openly racist. It's okay. It's accepted. It's culturally normal for black people to actually be openly racist against white people, against Asian people, whoever. It's culturally acceptable for black people to be openly racist. Black people wasn't always racist, though. It was a time when people like Booker T. Washington didn't resent the white man even though he came from a harder struggle than all of us, up from slavery. He wrote a book, Up from Slavery. Good book. Check it out. Shout out to Booker T. Washington, who actually came out of slavery and learned how to read, walk miles barefoot just to be educated, to go to school, help clean a school for free just for a little bit of education. Black people back then educated themselves and wasn't resenting the white man. We got access to way more resources today, and yet we complain more than people that came up out of slavery that was black. What sense does that make to the modern day black man? You know, white people got to be hesitant to hire black people, because if you white, right, you hire a black person, then can you sweep up that little spot right there? Oh, you racist. I'm going to tell Al Sharpton. I'm going to tell Jesse Jackson. I'm going to get Ben Crump, and he going to march on you. That's how the black man act now. And then it was a time when black people had Black Wall Street. We had our own bus companies, our own schools, everything. But we begged the white man, please, Mr. White Man, let us marry your woman. We want to marry white women. Please, Mr. White Man, let us in your schools. Please, white man, you got to accept us. You got to hire us. We don't want to build our own businesses. We want y'all help. Please, white man, help us out. We beg white people for civil rights. We beg white people for affirmative action. Now, today, we want them to renegotiate a BS contract. We want a new form of reparations. Well, guess what, black man? The civil rights was our reparations, and we negotiated a horrible deal. The best way to help homeless people is to not become one. The best way to help the ignorant black man is don't be an ignorant black man. The best way to help LaQuisha and Shanae is to not become a LaQuisha and Shanae. That's the best way to help them. The less of them, the better. People always tell me, oh, you talk all of this stuff about black people, but you don't even have the answers. You're not helping black. It's like, no, the problem starts with structure within the home. I can't do that. You can't do that. No white man legislation can change the behavior of how black people act culturally within their own home. That is a individual problem. Until we can change the structure, it doesn't matter about the rec center. It don't matter about all of these trade programs you bring to the high school if there's no structure within the home. I'm saying that stuff is good. Social programs and stuff like that are tools. But if there's no structure, what the hell is a social program going to do for you? It has to be structure. That's why the only way to do better is black people. Don't be an ignorant black person. You have to live your own life for you, and no legislation can do that. It don't matter how many black boys we send to the NBA or the NFL and they come back and they build some rec center. That's not going to change Pookie and Ray Ray from wanting to kill Raheem. Structure within a home will change the problem, and no legislation can do that. And I try to explain that to black people all the time, and they can't even comprehend it. Well, anyway, let me know what you think. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, and share this with a friend. Mainly share it with a black person. Let them know. Let my voice be your voice. And tell these black people that you're not afraid of them. And tell these black people that you're not their problem and they need to fix their own problem, and you ain't got a damn thing to do with it, and you don't give a damn about no, oh, yes, your ancestors was allegedly slaves. Don't be afraid and intimidated by these black folks. And black people, stop using that as an excuse. Stop pulling that black card, because you always complain when a white person pulls some white privilege card. So stop doing the same thing you accusing them of doing. Like, share, subscribe. Peace.